How did Ace Bailey fall to number 5? Seriously, I know it's just the preseason, but Ace Bailey looks like he's going to be an absolute star with the Utah Jazz. I've loved every minute of his highlights thus far. He is quickly becoming one of my new favorite players. I mean, just watch his game. It's a thing of beauty. He reminds me of like Tracy McGrady meets Paul George. He's so fluid with his offensive game. He's so mature already. He looks so comfortable, looks so confident. The Utah Jazz might have themselves their player of the future. I mean, you gotta be feeling excited if you're a Jazz fan with what you have seen from Ace Bailey thus far in this preseason. In his first preseason game against KD and the Rockets, Bailey had 25 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, a block on 11 for 16 shooting. And then in his second preseason game against the San Antonio Spurs, Bailey had 20 points, 7 rebounds, and assists, 2 steals, 8 for 13 shooting from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. The efficiency, the decisiveness, there's been a lot to really be impressed by when watching Ace Bailey play. We're going to look at his highlights in his latest preseason outing against the San Antonio Spurs. Do me a solid, guys. Drop a like on the video. Smash that subscribe button for more content just like this. We are on the road to 41K. Your support is greatly appreciated. So just some highlights here to begin. How about this one? Ace Bailey already coming up clutch. He had a clutch 3-dribble basket, which ended up being a turnaround fadeaway that put the Jazz up 115 to 113. A very pretty basket. Unfortunately, the Jazz did lose this game in overtime, but that was such a nice play from Bailey. And then Bailey, just talk about the decisiveness and the efficiency. He knew he was going to shoot that. Steps back in the opposite direction for a 3. And then I love these plays that we've seen for Bailey because it's making things very easy for him, and this is how Utah's really gonna leverage him. Just giving Bailey space. Like, look at that. Creating space for him to operate off dribble handoffs rather than him just constantly having to force something in isolation. The way that they're simplifying the game for Bailey is only going to help his game develop even more because we know he can score in so many different ways. Bailey, his shot looks so smooth. The way he's able to just shoot it. And again, he is taking smart shots. He's not just chucking up shots. He is making smart decisions every time he touches the basketball. As Bailey, again, he's going to get the dribble handoff. And I feel like this guy is automatic from the mid-range. I haven't seen him miss a mid-range shot yet. I mean, he has just been money. Bailey, again, that shot looks good. You see why he was highly regarded coming out of college. High-rated prospect. Again, beautiful shot there. Step back 3. He can do it all, and he's been giving it his all on both ends. Even showing some hustle right there. You know, not giving up on the play. Committing defensively. Ace Bailey is a complete package right now. And I love how he's just able to do stuff like this. He is able to self-create. He is able to find his offense. The Jazz have had their issues when it comes to self-creation, but they have a player in Bailey who can instantly just score in bunches. So this is exciting to see. I mean, the Jazz have something special here in Bailey, and he's obviously a star in the making here. And I think the Jazz are in a perfect position this season where they're not going to be a play-in playoff team, but if they are going to have another bad year, you get another good pick for next year's draft. You pair that prospect with Bailey, all of a sudden, the future looks really, really bright in Utah. I mean, Bailey's been stellar. He's been efficient. He's been very opportunistic with his scoring chances. He's been strategic with his offense. He hasn't made boneheaded plays or decisions. This is a guy who seems mature already, and he's hustling. He's hitting the glass. He's making nice passes. He's showing you those defensive chops. He's really getting after it, and to me, he looks like a guy who wants to be here, which is the most important thing. And I think this is a perfect situation for Bailey because if there's one coach who's going to get the most out of Bailey, it is Will Hardy. And Thought Will Hardy said something interesting when talking about Bailey before his first preseason game against KD and the Rockets. He actually said that he watched rookie tapes of KD and Jason Tatum to give him an idea of how to create the perfect pathway of Bailey for his career. So using what he saw from those guys and how they were able to advance their game year in and year out and applying that to Bailey, I think Bailey couldn't have asked for a more perfect coach than Hardy, because Hardy, he is going to put Bailey in the best position here for his career. He's going to not only ask of Bailey to be heavily involved in the offense, but he's going to create easy opportunities for him, again, where he doesn't have to just go heavy ISO all the time, even though he's capable of doing that. So Ace Bailey, he's trending in the right direction. I mean, the uncertainty of it all, obviously, because of his whole like draft day stuff that made his stock fell, and there was the whole narrative about was he going to report to Utah and all that stuff, but that's all in the past. I see a kid who wants to be here. I see a kid who's ready to take his game to a whole nother level, who's ready to thrive, and there's going to be high expectations going into the season, but right now he has lived up to those expectations. I know it's just the preseason, but he is showing you a lot of good things. He's showing you that he can be that kind of player that we all thought he was going to be. Remember, Ace Bailey was virtually seen as a lock to be a top 3 pick, but because of the whole draft stuff that went down, he ended up falling. And this ends up being a huge draft steal for the Jazz. At least that's what it looks like it's going to be if this continues for Bailey, of how great he has looked. So Ace Bailey, I'm loving what I'm seeing. Again, he gives Utah just a dynamic that they haven't had in a while. A true star who they can build their future around. We'll see what they end up doing with Markkanen down the line, but I think Utah, like, they're in a great position here because they do have a guy who I think can be their cornerstone, and he's got a lot to prove. I think Ace Bailey, like, don't sleep on him when it comes to even, like, Rookie of the Year nominations. Like, I know we're all quick to say it's going to be Cooper Flagg, but I think Ace Bailey, with his situation in Utah where he is going to get a lot of opportunities, I think he's going to make the most out of it, and I think he can be a sneaky candidate when it comes to even winning Rookie of the Year. Look out for Ace Bailey this season. I know I am. I mean, he's made Utah basketball a lot more exciting, and he's really given this team something to look forward to. Ace Bailey, I mean, this is the player that we expected to see. He has been absolutely lights out, and you couldn't have asked for a more perfect start to his preseason than what we have seen thus far. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. That's it for me. It's Luke signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all again in the next one.